That means that every single time that team touches that flag, 47% chance that they're going to be taking it. And if you watch CTF, you know that the flag does get grabbed a lot, especially on this biolab map. We see standoffs absolutely all the time. So looking good for that Aware Gaming squad. Obviously going to be another close kind of one flag overtime type match going on.
This is like you said earlier on though, Chance, Aware Gaming really didn't want this stuff to go to a game 5, but right now they have no choice if they want to stay alive in this into that last S&D. We'll find out what's going to happen though. Looks like Watson watched it work in a bit of defense just there while Joe tries to get the flag and run it once again. However, Fighter has come in out of nowhere to grab the flag and go for a run of his own. His teammates have got their return. Oh no, they look like they thought they had, but they hadn't. Petey snuck on in and will take that flag away. He's been then taken out by a team kill there by JT, but JT redeeming himself, picking up Buzz and Dens to keep that flag alive.
Yeah, now the pressure is on Fighter. He's actually able to pick up that kill, so no more pressure on him. His base is going to be clear, so now you're going to see 3 players from Mindfreak just completely swarming. They're going to be able to get this flag cap in. 1-0 for your Mindfreak squad.
So we're still here with Fighter. Shox, however, is going to grab that flag and go for another run for this MF team. They want to try and get as many caps as they can, as quickly as they can here for the squad. He's up high currently. Nice shots there by Petey to stop him. That flag should get returned, I would feel. Watson going for the counter cap at the same time there, as the flag does get returned. Their flag's still away though. Dens is trying to keep it that way, keep the players off it. Shox will pick up JT as well, as we're now a minute and a half in.
Yeah, MF nearly able to get that flag back, but Aware doing a really good job of just flooding to get that ever important return. You know, you don't want to try and, you know, it's worth giving up the map control, obviously, for a flag. And PD right now that we're on board, it's just got a 2-piece, trying to look for get a flag pull right now, and he is able to do it with Buzzo. Going to shut him down absolutely instantly as Dens also gets a headshot on Joe.
As these guys are getting set up, I want to go to listening now with Aware Gaming, just to see what their comms are like currently here on the CTF up against Mindfreak.
Yeah, purple. I'm watching purple.
One's purple now. One's gonna be purple now, dude.
I'm not watching it. One
left
flag on purple. No one mid bow. No one mid bow.
One bullet purple.
Let's go top lane.
Back blue.
One's down.
I'm backing up again.
Back, one more. Let's go. We got two.
He's gone green.
Nice.
He's gone green, top green, Tehran.
Yeah, let's go top lane. Let's go top lane. Let's go blue.
You got green?
Yeah.
Back blue.
Spawn corner.
Wake up, going.
One purple, back purple. I'm gonna pick it up. He's gone blue quick. You gotta help me. Now back flag.
Okay. One's P1 backing up to flag from P1. He's in the corner, back blue. Top green railing as well.
I'm playing on purple. Can't go.
He's top.
Go back. So everyone's on the way. Did you know that?
That's one green.
Nah, yeah, they knew him there. That's a good time.
One's on a flag, slightly weak.
That was your Aware Gaming squad, not quite able to get any flags out of that, but you see Watson right now on a 4-kill streak. He's actually been able to push all the way up into blue next to the flag, but he did not have support, so he wisely backed all the way up, staying alive, doing good stuff. PD having a decent game right now at 9-8. He's going to be trying to pull the flag, but Shox coming in immediately to shut him back down.
As we're still here now with that squad of Aware Gaming, you know, their comms were good. Their comms are still very consistent. They know this is not out of the books just yet. It's only one cap they have to answer back with, which is what you want to see in this sort of situation. You need to make sure you stay alert, you stay positive at any sort of point. Right now, Petey, though, with the flag in hand, going for a run through purple here. Quickly at that map, he has one player waiting on the outside for him, though. It's going to be Dens actually out there. Petey comes in with the big left hook as he finds one player. Watson finds Dens on the outside. They should be able to get this cap in. No one's going to stop him, and just like that, they tie it back up, one cap apiece.
Oh, great stuff by PD there to get the punch while he's sliding here. The perfect coverage for that player that was sitting in snow waiting for him. So they're going to be able to get that flag cap to tie it up, which is great stuff. 1 minute left in this first half of CTF as you see Joe getting his head taken off by Buzzo. So that's going to be 2 down for your Mindfreak squad as they're trying to work through to get another flag pull.
You know, KD-wise, slaying-wise, nothing over the extraordinary really sticking out, apart from Watson, who was just on a 10, I think I just read 10 kill streak before he's next to his name before he just died. So he really just turned it up, considering he must have been on 2 and 4 prior to that last death. So that's something you've really got to keep an eye out for a game, for a player like that to really turn up at this sort of point in time. 30 seconds left now in this first half as P gets that last little pick there, just defending a little bit here. They don't want MF to catch that flag, but MF are going to give it a go nonetheless. Fighters there to escort Shox on out with that flag, as their flag also gets taken, it would seem. It has not been returned as of yet, but they're going to try and get their one back and try and get this flag in before the end of the half. A few players out and around, just like that, they slide on in with a 2-1 lead heading into the second half here, Chance. I think at the start of the next half, we need to have a listening with Mindfreak.
Oh, that sounds delightful. They've now been able to go up 2-1, but as we've seen in every single respawn so far, it is going to end in an absolutely dramatic fashion. So right now, Mindfreak does have the edge, and we're going to see what their communication is like on this next side. But Aware Gaming, obviously we have seen before in that hard point that they are not going to back down, and they are going to make it as competitive as they possibly can.
It means 25k, remember that. Play the kills, play the kills. They play really D, you know that.
Back yellow, back yellow, back yellow.
Hey, back orange, orange, orange.
Nice, good shit.
Yeah, I have an orange. In orange window, orange window.
I spawn green.
Come back.
Yeah,
Orange window.
What, check your tube, check your
Yeah,
tube.
yeah,
Good,
Fuck
man.
you.
Tube's fine, tube's fine.
I spawn storage, I spawn storage.
Wait, one's purple.
I'm gonna keep looking tube buzzing, right?
Yep.
Just hold that.
Where is he, where is he?
Just stay there. He could be plaque,
Yeah, wide.
I'm waiting for him to drop buzzer.
I'm just sitting
Wait,
back.
top box.
And as we know, the Australians a little bit lax with their language, loving to let the tongue fly, but now we're going to be on board. No flag caps have come in. There is going to be a return, it looks like, going to go down for Shox. He's going to get that one put back, and Den's able to pick up a two-piece right there, but PD's able to connect on that as well. So, you know, nobody having an outstanding game outside of Watson. Again, Watson that last side, you know, coming off of like a 10 streak, now sitting at 12-7, having a pretty solid game right now, and he's literally going to be the player to watch out for right now on Buzzo. Again, another team kill on Shox. We've seen that quite a bit with the grenades out of this Mindfreak squad.
They're very lackluster when it comes to those nades. They like to throw them around, try and get any player they can, even if it is their own teammate, it would seem. I've lost count of how many team kills MF have had so far in this series, even though we are only in game 4. I'm sure there's probably going to be more to come. MF, though, are up with that 2-1 lead here in the second half after that first half already. So obviously, you know, they want to try and get some more caps in. We're here with Dens getting very close to that flag location now. We're going to try and grab that one, perhaps go for a run. A late stun, we'll find him in the back and give him his position away.
You do see one player from Aware Gaming going to pull that flag. It's going to be Joe, and he's able to win the gunfight on Bazu in the base, and he already has the teammate support. You also see one player at the very bottom of your map for Aware Gaming catching the overextend. That's Watson picking up a huge two-piece to stop Dens and Fida. So that is going to be a flag cap, assuming Shox isn't able to get the kill, shooting in the back for PD. Able to run that one in. Great stuff out of them. Great stuff to catch the players out of overextend. We have a tie game, ladies and gentlemen, with 3 minutes left on this second side.
Would we expect anything else between these two teams right now? You know, there's, like you said, 3 minutes left, tie game once again. It's going to come down right down to the wire like every single other game has. Dens right now is going to grab that flag and perhaps go for a run. He does have a player down below him though. He does have backup. He makes himself all the way out through green. I'm not sure if the other player was anticipating all that. Here's a player watching his mid-cut. Buzzer will get the kill that needed to be happen. Dens will go in for that flag cap, and the score will become 3-2 now with 2.5 minutes remaining in the final quarter.
MF very resilient to immediately get that counter cap and increase their lead once again to a 1 flag cap lead. And Den sitting back in the base to pick up those final players. He knows one player is right outside of SQ, so he's going to wait for the flag to get pulled. But Joe able to pick up the 2 pieces. Den's looked away at the worst possible time. Call of Duty timing at its absolute finest. And it looks like Joe actually has all the support he needs. No one going to be able to come off the overextend. It's really just the 2 players behind him that are chasing him. He's having a little bit of trouble trying to get his jump set in straight. The Buzz went out, but Watson able to pick up a kill, so the flag hasn't quite got returned yet, but Buzzo is going to be able to get that return. Huge stop for his team.
Yeah, big play there by Dens and Buzzin, just staying alive. Den's going out there first, being a bit more distracted, so to speak. Then Buzzin came in the last moment to grab that return to stop it from happening. It's not over yet though. Aware Gaming still very much alive in this one because these two teams are so evenly matched. It would seem on these respawns. 2-3 the scoreline. Aware Gaming only down by 1 capture. It's a minute 40 left on the clock. Shox is just chilling back here. Now, usually you'd find Buzzin on that defensive line, and you do. So it looks like they're hitting into a 2-man D, allowing the other 2 to push out a little bit here. They're a little bit concerned about how easy, not so much easily, but how much Aware are breaking through that line.
So right now you have 2 Aware members in the mid-map as one is pushing out through Orange Tunnel, make that 2. They're going to try and go for the flag. Obviously, that's what they need to get, but Shox and Fida doing too well on defense right now. It's going to be 2 down for Aware Gaming, and their push for the moment has been stopped. And Dens, while all of this has been going on, has been able to pull out a flag. He only has 1 player to beat that's in that green cutout, and you see that fight going down right now with Dens able to pick up that kill, so he's still going to have more players in front of him, but the support from the Aussies are coming in. Watson actually able to go huge, and he dives for it, but that is all 4 down for Gaming, but Watson having a huge cap, because if Mindfreak was able to get that, that might have been your game.
That would have been, I believe, if they had gotten that cap in, it would have turned into maybe a 3-man D instead of the 2 they got going on. Dens comes answering back though with a 2-piece. 1 player back, Snow. It's going to be JT and Joe making a last-ditch effort now. 40 seconds on the clock. They've got players in there on that defensive 5. Here comes Joe as well as he tries to keep that flag alive. Picks up the dance kill that he needed. That's Denson Fighter, one more player inside Bio. His teammates come up clutch for him to pick up those kills. Looking at that minimap, no one's going to stop this flag cap from going in. So it's either going to be an OT or another team has to get a cap within the last 20 seconds, which I can't see happening.
Of course, that's exactly what we're going to have. We're going to have an OT. It couldn't go any other way for these two teams in the respawn game mode. As you see, one player from Aware Gaming trying to pull out a flag cap, not going to be able to get it. No one is in position. We're going to OT, ladies and gentlemen. Tied game, 3-3, Aware Gaming. This is do or die for them. If they lose, they go home with no money.
If they get this victory, though, it'll take it to Game 5 and S&D on Riot. Now, let's just let you guys know, we found out that this match is for top 8. Now, top 8 is the money. That's where you start getting some money. It's what all teams are here to do. They want the money, they want the rings. And it's an amazing thing. Also, Team Revenge, we also got told, are finishing in top 3. Now, I don't feel they were tipped to do that. I feel that, you know, a lot of the bigger name teams like Nations, you know, Denial, TK, FaZe Red, any one of those perhaps would always tip to be in the top 3 side of things, but a big match indeed as these guys get set ready for action in this overtime. We'll focus on what's going on in front of us instead. So right now we're here with Watson from the Aware Gaming team. Of course it is golden flag, so to speak, so the first cap that goes in sits the pace.
Yeah, and there's a huge gunfight going down right now. PD's actually won, so he's going to be able to pull out a flag. There is one player left for the Aussie team that is going to be able to stop him, though, so PD's going to have to back off a little bit, ends up getting shot and cleaned up in the back, so no one in position from either team right now to pull a flag.
As we're still here now, it looks like the team of Aware Gaming are more or less in the better position. They're just inside of purple now. They're trying to make their way out. They're trying to worm their way outside. Petey's there with Joe. Joe finds one on the outside. Shox comes in as well, though, to find him. I don't think they're aware that Petey is still alive in that vicinity. Petey now challenging with his teammate. Oh, I think it was Watson. Yes, Watson there with him too. As now these guys are pushing up on the flag. It's now going to be just under the minute mark, just over a minute will have been played out. Petey does have flag. He's trying to make this run for green now. Quickly look at the minimap, he has players waiting. There's a player coming out of red into green. The escort's there though. Shox gets one kill. He gets taken down by Petey. There's another player, another 2 players actually inside there. There's players every which way around. Petey's not too sure what he should do here. He's going to ease back, take his time now, it would seem.
Fighter with your flag, won a huge gunfight with your flag, as well as PD has done the same. So both flag carriers coming in clutch for their teams, but of course we do have a stalemate situation. No one quite in position yet. There's one player trying to attack PD, but that's going to be 2 down for Aware Gaming, so look for them to be having the Mindfreak squad put the pressure on them.
Yeah, you've got Mindfreak obviously pushing up. It looks like Fighter is thinking about it as well. Shox is actually chilling back there in case they kill Fighter and get that return. Shox, oh, Joe and JT get the 2-piece there. Looks out like for Shox. I was going to say that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to hide back in that base, but it was seen that the flags are still away though. Buzzin helping out with that bit of a defensive line on Fighter as well. You'll just change up to him for a second here. You can see, you know, Buzzin's out to his left-hand side. He's got Denz there trying to back up as well, while players from Aware Gaming push in and close out. There's one-sided purple. There's big 2 kills from Watson. Watson gets that 2-piece. They get the call to Petey to bring the flag on in. He gets shot in the back. Big 2 kills coming out from Shox just there to stop the flag run as well.
Okay, so Watson had an absolutely amazing stop to return the flag. He got a 2-piece by himself, but then Buzzo does the exact same thing, gets a 2-piece and returns the flag for his team. So now you got Buzzo pulling out the flag. He's got a little bit of a breakaway. There are players that are in position to stop. There's going to be 1 player left alive coming from top green. Stuns are going to go down, so Buzzo's going to be running slow. I don't know if he has the cover, but he is able to get that flag. Ladies and gentlemen, the time to beat, 2:34 in favor of Mindfreak.
This is going to be very interesting just because of the fact that it's 2 minutes 34. That's a fair amount of time in this sort of situations. So these guys are going to get set up and ready for action in perhaps this last part of this match. But this is Aware Gaming's last chance. They need to get a cap within 2:25 now, or they are done and dusted. But can they take it to a Game 5 S&D on right? We'll find out as this one progresses on through. They've got a good push happening right now. The defensive side of things, Shox inside by our lab. Buzzin just got picked up on that back line of defense by Watson. They're going to run that flag wide out into Snow. Shox is trying to figure out exactly where he's going. He's chasing it now. He got a couple of shots on him, but couldn't finish him off. Perhaps Denz will be able to as he gets more shots at him as well. The flag's left in the open. I would have left that out there just to let it reset the slow way.
Yeah, I'm going to say almost without a doubt that this is going to come down to the absolute last second. I think Aware Gaming is going to have a flag right there, and it's going to be whether or not Mindfreak is going to be able to stop them right before they touch it. I don't see this being able to happen any other way. Everything has been as absolutely close as it could possibly be, aside from the search and destroy.
As we're seeing here, Watson now inside a biolab, everything but the kitchen sink. I just saw a toolbox come flying in at him, but he still managed to stay alive. Buzzin and Fighter. Watson being very sneaky here. He's managed to make himself into red. One player left in regards to the defensive. There's a two-piece that they needed. Another one comes in from outside of Snow. There's the third for Watson. 3 players down. He's going to grab that flag, head towards Snow, but at the same time, Shox is also running the flag back. It's been returned there thanks to JT as well. 1:18 left on the clock. Look at that mini-map right now. They've got players from MF closing in, and MF once again grabbed that flag. Buzzin got the call. Get the flag, get it out of there, and keep it alive.
So it looks like, just as in the first side, we're going to have another stalemate situation, but it looks like Joe was able to kill that flag carrier, and that's actually going to be 3 down for your Australian squad. But the last player alive, Dens, has been able to get that flag out. An important gunfight's going right now. Dens is not going to win that. JT going to be able to run this flag. He's going to get the flag. No, he gets stopped right before. Buzzo coming in huge.
Buzzin with that stop right there, and the return. Shox is going to grab the flag right now. Buzzin is a two-piece as well. Big play coming out of Mindfreak to keep these guys in this CTF. Watson's going to grab the flag and try and run it again. Buzzin's just chilling back here right now. He sees one across the map with that bell, trying to get the kill. Will do so. Not too sure if he needs to grab the flag and run it. He will. He's just getting out of there, but his flag also gets returned. 30 seconds left. Mindfreak should just focus on defending right now, in my opinion.
Dude, Buzzo going like absolutely perfect timing to go on that 3 streak. So right now, gonna have 20 seconds left for Aware to try and pull a flag, and you can see right now they're just pouring the pressure on. But so far, Shox and Buzzo have been able to stop that almost wholeheartedly. Buzzo again getting another kill on JT. There's one player left alive in the base. That is going to be your game, ladies and gentlemen. That was absolutely insane. Watson at one point had a 3-piece in the base and pulled the flag and did it all by himself. They got their turn, came all the way around, but then the Mindfreak was able to come off over the overextend, and then the flag got stopped inches away before they were able to win that game. That is incredible.
That is incredible indeed. You know, you couldn't ask for a better series unless it went to a game 5, but I was just a little bit concerned that maybe the S&D would be like Biolab, like Detroit, and be more one-sided. These two teams' respawn game, so equal. You know, the hardpoint 1 game just in there, the uplink 1 point, the CTF 1, you know, it was about 1.5 minutes in that overtime that they almost had that cap in, but that 2-piece in the stop by Buzzin just really put that nail in the coffin there and allowed them just to focus more back on what was happening and just staying alive and getting the kills. You know, looking at those stats, it's realistically so equal. Den's dropping the only 40 bomb in the game. The rest of them very much equal across the board in regards to KD ratios. So this is why their respawns have been so close every single time. But Den's with that 1.145 KD ratio there, realistically helping these guys across. Look at the defends by Shox and Buzzin there, 7 and 8 in regards to the friends. 7 returns for Shox as well. In my opinion, I know Dens has the most kills in that game, but overall MVP for that, you know, 7 defends and 7 returns for Shox. That's a great effort right there. But these guys will progress on through in this winners bracket. They're now in the money, the top 8 overall. They are going to send Aware Gaming home. I tipped Mindfreak top 8 a couple of weeks ago. Finally, a Biohazard prediction comes true.
Yeah, congratulations to Mindfreak for making it to the top 8. They're going to be in the money, moving on, still competing for the championship. We also want to give our condolences and props to that Aware Gaming squad, because they put up